The frozen north, a realm of mystery and wonder. The Arctic, a land of shimmering ice and perpetual twilight. A place where the sun barely rises in winter and circles endlessly in summer. For centuries, this frozen frontier has captivated explorers and dreamers. Its beauty is stark, its wilderness unforgiving. Picture the aurora borealis, dancing across the night sky like celestial fire. The Arctic is a realm of extremes. Beneath its icy exterior lies a vibrant ecosystem. The Arctic reminds us of the power and fragility of our planet. The Arctic Circle, defining a frozen frontier. The Arctic Circle, an imaginary line encircling the globe at approximately 66.5 degrees north latitude, marks the southernmost boundary of the Arctic region. This line is not arbitrary. It represents the point at which the sun remains above the horizon for 24 continuous hours during the summer solstice, and below the horizon for 24 continuous hours during the winter solstice. North of this line lies a world shrouded in darkness for a portion of the year, where winter temperatures can plummet to unimaginable lows. Yet, even in this seemingly inhospitable environment, life finds a way. The Arctic Circle encompasses vast stretches of frozen ocean, known as the Arctic Ocean, as well as portions of 8 countries: Canada, Greenland, Denmark, Iceland, Norway, Russia, Sweden, Finland, and the United States, Alaska. Each of these countries lays claim to a portion of the Arctic and its resources, leading to complex geopolitical considerations. The Arctic Circle is not just a line on a map. It is a boundary that separates the familiar from the extraordinary. A sea of ice. Navigating the Arctic Ocean. At the heart of the Arctic lies the Arctic Ocean, the smallest and shallowest of the world's 5 major oceans. Unlike other oceans, much of the Arctic Ocean is covered in a layer of sea ice for most of the year, ranging in thickness from a few centimeters to several meters. This ice is not static. It constantly shifts and moves, creating a dynamic and ever-changing landscape. Navigating this icy realm presents unique challenges. For centuries, explorers have braved treacherous conditions in search of new routes and discoveries. Even today, with modern technology, traversing the Arctic Ocean remains a formidable undertaking. Beneath the ice, a surprisingly diverse ecosystem thrives. From microscopic algae to giant Greenland sharks, life in the Arctic Ocean has adapted to survive in near-freezing temperatures and prolonged periods of darkness. Life on the edge. Remarkable Arctic wildlife. Despite its harsh conditions, the Arctic teems with life, showcasing remarkable adaptations to extreme cold and prolonged periods of darkness. Iconic species like the polar bear, the Arctic fox, and the walrus have captured the imagination of people worldwide. Polar bears, apex predators of the Arctic, reign over the ice floes, their powerful limbs and thick fur enabling them to hunt seals, their primary prey. Arctic foxes, with their thick white coats in winter and brown-grey coats in summer, embody adaptability, their camouflage changing with the seasons. Walruses, massive marine mammals with prominent tusks, congregate in large herds on ice floes and shorelines. These are just a few examples of the incredible diversity of life that calls the Arctic home. From the caribou herds migrating across the tundra to the countless seabirds nesting on rocky cliffs, each species plays a vital role in this delicate ecosystem. The Arctic's wildlife is a testament to the power of natural selection, shaping life in extraordinary ways. For millennia, long before the arrival of explorers from the south, indigenous peoples have called the Arctic home. Groups like the Inuit, Sami, Nenets, and Aleut, among others, have developed deep cultural and spiritual connections to the land and ice. Their traditional knowledge, passed down through generations, has enabled them to thrive in some of the harshest environments on Earth. These communities have relied on sustainable hunting and fishing practices for their livelihoods, respecting the delicate balance of the Arctic ecosystem. Their traditional knowledge, encompassing weather patterns, animal behavior, and medicinal uses of plants, provides invaluable insights into understanding and adapting to the challenges of living in the Arctic. However, climate change, and the encroachment of modern society pose significant threats to their traditional ways of life. Preserving indigenous cultures and their unique knowledge is essential for the future of the Arctic. The Arctic is warming at an alarming rate, twice as fast as the global average. This phenomenon, driven by human-induced climate change, has profound implications for the entire planet. The most visible impact is the rapid melting of sea ice, which has shrunk dramatically in recent decades. This loss of ice has dire consequences for ice-dependent species like polar bears, walruses and seals, which rely on it for hunting, breeding and resting. As the ice melts, it exposes darker ocean water, which absorbs more heat from the sun, further accelerating the warming process. This feedback loop, known as Arctic amplification, contributes to rising sea levels, threatening coastal communities worldwide. The thawing permafrost, a permanently frozen layer of soil, releases methane, a potent greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere, exacerbating climate change. The Arctic is on the front line of the climate crisis, and its fate is inextricably linked to our own. Melting ice, rising seas, global impacts of Arctic change. The consequences of a warming Arctic extend far beyond its icy boundaries. As Arctic sea ice melts at an unprecedented rate, it contributes to rising sea levels, posing a significant threat to coastal communities worldwide. The melting of glaciers and ice sheets in Greenland and other Arctic regions adds further to this global concern. The increased flow of fresh water into the ocean can disrupt ocean currents, which play a crucial role in regulating global climate patterns. Changes in Arctic weather patterns can also influence weather systems in lower latitudes, leading to more extreme weather events such as heat waves, droughts, and floods. The Arctic acts as a global refrigerator, reflecting sunlight back into space and helping to regulate Earth's temperature. As the ice melts, this reflectivity decreases, leading to further warming. Unlocking Arctic secrets, scientific exploration and discovery. Despite its remoteness and challenging conditions, the Arctic is a hub of scientific research and discovery. Scientists from around the world venture to this frozen frontier to study its unique environment and uncover its secrets. Research stations dot the Arctic landscape, serving as outposts for studying a wide range of disciplines, from climate science and oceanography to biology and geology. Ice cores, extracted from glaciers and ice sheets, provide valuable records of past climate conditions, helping scientists understand Earth's climate history and predict future changes. Researchers study Arctic wildlife to understand how they adapt to extreme conditions and how climate change affects their populations. The Arctic Ocean, with its unique ecosystem and geological formations, offers insights into the processes that shape our planet. Scientific exploration in the Arctic is crucial for unraveling the mysteries of this region and informing global efforts to address climate change. A delicate balance, protecting the Arctic for future generations. The Arctic, once considered pristine and remote, is now facing unprecedented threats from human activities. Climate change, pollution, and increased shipping traffic are putting immense pressure on this fragile ecosystem. Protecting the Arctic for future generations requires a concerted global effort to mitigate these threats and preserve its unique biodiversity. International cooperation is essential for establishing marine protected areas, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and regulating shipping and resource extraction in the region. Indigenous communities, with their traditional knowledge and deep understanding of the Arctic environment, must be actively involved in conservation efforts. Protecting the Arctic is not just about preserving a pristine wilderness. It is about safeguarding the health of our planet and ensuring a sustainable future for all. Our shared responsibility, a call to action for the Arctic. The Arctic, with its breathtaking beauty, unique wildlife, and profound global importance, stands at a crossroads. The choices we make today will determine its fate and ultimately our own. It is our shared responsibility to protect this fragile region from the escalating threats of climate change, pollution, and unsustainable development. We must reduce our reliance on fossil fuels, transition to clean energy sources, and support policies that promote sustainability. We must listen to the voices of Indigenous communities, and work together to find solutions that respect their rights and traditional knowledge. The time for action is now. Let us be stewards of the Arctic, not just for ourselves, but for generations to come. The fate of the Arctic is intertwined with our own. By protecting this vital region, we are not just preserving a pristine wilderness. We are safeguarding the health of our planet and ensuring a sustainable future for all.